I don't do the chrome heart, I just do the home art. You can catch a headshot or you can catch a dome dart. Go ahead and put the kids to sleep, this the grown part. But we knew what Billboard was, we had our own chart. Strapped and they pull a car over, you take your own charge. I ain't never worked for nobody, I sold my own heart. Smoke a fat one in the back, right in my own yard. Playing dominoes with my man, he in the boneyard. Now I can pay for the jet, right on my own card. Niggas trying to go man on me, I'm in the zone guard. Hand in hand with it, I ain't never played a phone guard. Calisthenics and cardio, just trying to tone guard. Your man got the semi, but he ain't popping. My youngin' got the bricks and the Hemi, and he ain't stopping. Little extra in the beginning to get him copping. He ain't worried, cause if they get him, I get him cockring. He know not to fuck with them bitches, they get him hot then. Stay low, finish the work, he get it drop ins. They just wanna be around money, but they are not friends. Until you fall back from them, that's where the plot ends. I've been repping the apple since it was rotten. When you are golden, you can never be forgotten. They gotta ram it.
Welcome in, family, to another TSAT, Truth Supersedes All Things at All Time, and PFE, Plan for Everything at All Times, June 1st, 2026, family. Sometimes, family, when I tell you I'm about to let you listen to one of my theme songs, usually it's one of the great speaking, whether it's Master Teacher X, Master Teacher King, Master Teacher Mr. D.D. Fuller, Master Teacher Francis Cress Wilson, Master Teacher Dr. Ben and Clark and John G. Jackson and J.A. Rogers, Arthur Schoenberg, Thomas Sankara, Patrice Lumumba, Medgar Evers, Fred Hampton, Carter G. Woodson, Chancellor Williams, Ashra Kwesi, and Professor Smalls, Master Teacher Smalls, Professor James Smalls, they call him, and many, many more of our greats. The African Haitian Revolution, Nat Turner, Harriet Tubman, Master Teacher Harriet Tubman, Master Teacher Winnie Mandela and Nelson Mandela, family, because 26 plus years in the prison will break you, no matter how tough you think you is. I promise you that. And that's what they did to Nelson Mandela. They broke him by putting him in jail for nothing. For 26 years, because he loved his fucking self and his race, the mothers and fathers and gods and goddesses of humanity, the black man and black woman that every race came from. Welcome on in, family, to this multi-purpose, multifaceted, multinational news channel where I speak and spit the truth, fact, reality, logic, and objectivity to human nigga humans. Family, sometimes when I say I'm bringing in a theme song or letting you listen to a theme song, it's one of our greats speaking real shortly. But today I had to give you a little rhythm, a little music for the soul, for your whole entire fucking soul, to swim in it and bathe in it. Because that's what black humans then brought to all the human species on planet Earth is soul. Without black nigga, human niggas, the rest of humanity wouldn't even have a soul. As humans, just to put that out there in these streets, I deal with the truth, fact, reality, logic, objectivity, and fuck your motherfucking feelings, beliefs, symbols, and faiths. I just want you to know and understand that if you don't like it, it's okay. You can get the fuck off my channel. We deal with the truth over here. If you don't like the truth, like I said, fuck you and everything about you. Do we got that and understand? Today, family, this video, we're going to focus part one of retiring at 50, if you in your 30s, if you in your 20s, you can retire at 40, and if you in your 50s, you can retire 65, 70. But I'm gonna show you how you can retire in your 20s. I mean, in your 20s, you can retire by 40. In your 30s, you can retire by 50, and in your 40s, you can retire by 60. Because the average age of retirement in America is 65, family. Do we understand that? I was able to retire at 41. 24 years before the average retirement in America by black men and women, white men and women, Asian men and women, Arab men and women, any motherfucker that live in America. Do we understand that? Born race. Do we got that? 24 years. Got a PhD in it. Because I mastered it. You know what I'm saying? When you say you mastered something, you mastered it. It's almost like a motherfucking doctor, a heart surgeon, mastering his craft or her craft in a year or two. which most people, they say it might take 20, 30, 40, 50 years, a year. The same equipment, mastered it, man. When you're a lifetime student, a lifetime teacher, and you auto-dictate, and you self-taught, family, you master things, family. One thing I learned about this education and medication when it comes to this economics and finance, money management 101, I learned it a few ways, this money management skills and the love of numbers that I had. A few ways I learned it. One, just watching what money meant early on in my young life as a child. In my 9, 10, 11-year-old, when I started working for my dad in the summertime, helping him cut grass, in the winter, helping him shovel snow, and in the fall, we raking leaves and bagging them up. I started working with my dad at a very early age because I see he got money by doing that, and I seen money was used to buy everything that we always wanted. So I was like, you know, at 10, 11 years old, I was like, Dad, can I go with you, help you out? And I started at a young age, getting money, getting my own money, making my own money, understanding this breakdown of these numbers, man. I started getting fascinated with numbers. I'm still fascinated with numbers, as mathematics is the best thing you got going. It's the truth. You can't get closer to the truth than math and numbers, because everything running numbers. So then I love numbers through middle school, high school, went to college for business management. I just love numbers, and then left college and went to the military, where I was a supply, what you might call an accountant for the military, logistician. I managed billions of dollars of the military assets, property, wealth, and everything else, and ordered millions and billions of dollars of more assets for them, contracts, the building, all of that, numbers. I loved it, man. That's why I excelled so good in the military at my job, because I love numbers, and I'm managing all the money, I'm managing all the motherfucking property. Man, that's a great position. It puts you in a very powerful way of thinking and understanding life. And then I started at a very early time in my military career, started managing my assets, intangible and capital, of my personal life, like I was doing the militaries, because I seen when I had to do budget meetings every Thursday called command and staff, and I had to do my portion. I had to show and prove where all the money was going, what I was doing with it, what I was saving, how much money did I save the military of turning in property and finding property, which was always in the millions when I got to a unit. I always found millions of property that they didn't know, that wasn't on no books, and turned it in and saved the military millions, literally hundreds of millions. I saved the military when I got to duty stations and seen all this extra shit that they had and turned it in for them. Family, is documented. That's what I do, man. I save motherfuckers hundreds of millions and billions of dollars, man. I love numbers, man. It's that easy to me. So what I started seeing is these trillion-dollar companies called the military, and all these Google and Nike and all of that. What I seen, especially with the trillion-dollar company I was working for, the military, what I seen is they were precise and meticulous all the way down to the motherfucking dollar of every toilet paper, pen, pencil, gun, generator, truck, everything, nigga, from the light bulbs to everything. They were very meticulous about what I spent, how much I ordered, and that I had it all documented. All of it. I have to have it all documented in binders and saved to my computer. Billions of dollars of property and assets. We had a property book that showed how much each company in the battalion and everything was worth, family. So I always would print out everybody's and get everybody's and just look at how much money the whole battalion was worth and brigades was worth. I just was fascinated with that. So I learned, family, to always diversify and add more things that can always bring me income. Now I'm bringing y'all back down to how I'm doing it, family. So I'm not telling nobody else's story. I'm telling you my story. This is the true fact, reality, logic, and objectivity. So I started bringing it down like, okay, I got to diversify. I can't just put all my eggs in this basket. No. I got to get property and land. And one thing I learned is seeing that land and property ain't nobody wasn't making no more of. I see motherfuckers making new cars all the time, new cell phones, new jewelry, new phones, new everything, new clothes, new materialism. And I was like, ain't nobody making no new land. And that always seems to go up in value. So I'm going to start getting something that ain't nobody making none of. And it's very rare. And the price always goes up for this land. The value always goes up no matter what. Year after year after year after year after year. So I'm definitely going to get some of that. And then I'm going to get some of this. I'm going to get some of that. So I dipped and dabbed in a whole lot along with my 401k, which was called TSP. I dipped and dabbed in a whole lot like I currently do. That's why I was able to retire at a very early age, at 41, family. Don't never have to work again for nobody, family. So first thing you have to know and understand, family, if you're trying to retire early and live comfortable. Now, this is a part 1 of a 1,000-part series. So can't nobody never come back and say, man, ain't nobody tell me about this debt to income ratio and this materialism and this want to need and saving and stacking and retiring. Ain't nobody really never broke it down. They go back, well, did you know PBE? Did you know TSAT? Did you know DeAndre Devon Manley? Yeah, well, you're a liar because I know that nigga that told you. That nigga loves to fucking talk. I know that nigga told you. He loves to run his yap and think he knows everything. I know that nigga told you. You ain't got no excuse. First, we're going to do your debt to income ratio, family. DTI. Debt to income ratio is a percentage that compares how much you owe every month to how much you earn. This is simple, family. Ooh, this is simple, family. Lenders use this simple metric to decide if you can comfortably afford to take on a new debt, like a mortgage or car loan. So these companies is looking at your credit history in this form. They're looking at you like this. You know how you look at certain family members and friends that you done loan money to and they didn't pay you back, or they took too long, or they never paid you. So you ain't probably gonna loan them no more money. Then you got people that always paid you back. So you like, yeah, man, always, because that motherfucker always, do for me. This is how these companies is looking at you. They're looking to see what your debt is and what your income is. And they're going to see how many of these other companies that you have borrowed and lent money from and didn't pay them back, or when you was late, that brings up your credit score and all of that. Family, this is not fucking hard at all, family. Your debt to income ratio is the ratio. Debt to income ratio is a percentage that compares how much you owe, family, every month to how much you earn, family. So what's going out and what's coming in, you take what you make a month and then you subtract what goes out every month, family. Do we understand that? The formula, the total monthly debt payments, gross monthly income, family. This is not that fucking hard, family. These niggas was to say they got the high fucking IQ that live a paycheck to motherfucking paycheck. What counts as debt? Your reoccurring monthly obligations, such as rent, mortgage payments, credit card minimums, auto loans, and student loans. It excludes living expenses like groceries and utilities. What counts as income? Your gross income, which is the total amount you earn before taxes and deductions. We okay? Have I lost anybody, man? Debt to income ratio, family. We have to learn and understand that simplistic thing, family. How to understand your debt to income ratio to see what you have left over where you can save in a regular savings, high yield savings, or invest. But first, you got to see what you have left over, family. Do we understand that? If you don't know what you have left over every single month because of your debt to income ratio, you ain't done that simple motherfucking mathematics, then you already starting wrong. So you can start by understanding. You take your monthly income from your monthly debt, subtract them, and that's what you have left over, family. That's what you got to live with and invest. Unless you got some other outside entities that you making money, but you add that in, you add all your income in, every little hustle, everything, family. Let me start that from the beginning. All the money that you make from doing whatever you doing, whatever you selling, whatever you streaming, whatever you doing, whatever that come that is in a month. That's what you subtract. You subtract your debt. The shit that you have going out. So the shit that's coming in, all your income coming in. Then you take that debt and you subtract it from what you got coming in. And Whatever that equals to, that's what you have, family, to invest, to do all the stuff you niggas do, to do your want versus need, what we gonna speak of in a minute. Materialism. So now we're gonna understand. I gotta get you in these definitions and these characteristics so you can know and understand it. Don't just say these words and you actually know what the fuck they mean. So then you can get somewhere, man. For real, for real. Stop playing with yourself and lying on all y'all social medias like y'all niggas got it. Even though the Federal Reserve saying 70+% of most human niggas in America are living paycheck to paycheck, no matter what they make, no matter what their salary is, living paycheck to paycheck. I didn't say it. Don't get mad at me. You can lie on your social medias, but you pull out this portfolio and show your debt to income ratio and what other properties you have and all of this investments. I can find out what you are very, very quickly, family. I can. I've done it for 20 plus years. Nonetheless, materialism is the belief that physical objects, money, and comforts are more important than spiritual, intellectual, or emotional experiences. It is defined in two main ways, family. I'm going to read materialism again. You don't understand. Materialism is the belief that physical objects, money, and comforts are more important than spiritual, intellectual, or emotional experiences. It is defined in two main ways. It's more that niggas feel like their materialism is more important than spiritual, than intellectual, and emotional. If you feel that your materialism is more important than your spiritual being and your intellectual and your emotional experiences, family, you're done. And that's what you can see on most people on most their social medias, family. Their materialism, the fuck out. I'm gonna digress. Let's keep it going. We're gonna try to keep this what they call professional. Niggas broke, popping pills, got all dying off on all these diseases because they ain't exercising and living right and living paycheck to paycheck and want to be worried about professionalism and talking in proper English. Just making it up while they dying off out this motherfucker because of their own self. But they want to talk about professionalism. Man, get the fuck out of here. Number one, in everyday life, psychological family, an obsession with acquiring wealth and physical possessions. A materialistic person often measures success and happiness by the things they own rather than their relationships or personal growth. We have to read that fuck again, man. An obsession with acquiring wealth and physical possessions. A materialistic person often measures success and happiness by the things that they own rather than their relationships or personal fucking growth, family. Yeah. Yeah. Example, buying a new sports car purely for status rather than out of necessity. Man, that's the most humans in America and around the world, but especially in America, man. These materialistic niggas, they don't give a fuck about no God for real, no none of these religions. They care more about materialistic and materialism than any of their religious, but political, anything, man. Do you see these motherfuckers, man? Hold on, number two, philosophy. The belief that only physical matter exists. It argues that everything in the universe, including human thoughts and consciousness, is made of physical interactions and can be explained by science. Multiple personality disorder Monday, family. We have to see. That's why niggas is broke and living paycheck to paycheck and just lying out here to you niggas, man. Family, we gonna end with this for part one, man, of how you can start retiring earlier than most niggas is, and comfortably retiring and living comfortable while you get into the path to retirement. Comfortable the whole way until you're able to retire and live comfortable, family. That's what you're gonna get over here. And I ain't asking you for no money. I ain't telling you no magic potion. I ain't telling you no get rich quick scheme. I'm telling you truth, fact, reality, logic, and objectivity from a primary source, family. I'm not telling you nobody else's story. I'm telling you my story, family. Mi casa, Mi casa. And I'm still free casa. Now, that's what you niggas I need. Oh, real quick, family. I got a whole video that I would do. I would add this to my part series. It's called Wants versus Need. Want money versus need money. And I tell people, man, I told people last year, all 2026 money, all want 2026 money. I want niggas to save. And then just save. Don't try to go for no high yield savings shit, no index funds, none of that. See, no. We got to get you niggas in the mindset and the psychology and the psychological realm of saving first. You can't just, you got to crawl for you motherfucker walk for real. You can't just go from living paycheck to paycheck to now you niggas is putting money in CDs and index funds and you niggas ain't done no research. First, I need to get you niggas in the mindset 12 months of just saving. Whatever that percentage is that you can save out your money every time you get paid, save it for 1 year. Every time you get paid. That's all I'm saying. Every time you get paid, you save in a certain amount. You can pick that amount. You got to save it for 12 months. Then once 2027 hit and you ain't spent none of that want money that you've been saving for 12 months. Because you got want and need money. Need money is for all the shit. This is your need money. Food, shelter, clothing, and medical care. So you have to spend that. Your want money, you're saving it. So for 2027, when 2027 start, you're going to use some of that want money. You're going to start investing that, most of it, or at least half of it. And you still going to be saving want money for 2027. You ain't going to never stop. Now we about to just use some of that want money and start investing it very small. And we're going to get bigger and bigger. Don't worry about it, man. It's going to be on my part 2 and part 3. This is a trillion part series, unlimited infinity series, because you niggas live paycheck to paycheck. A need is something essential for survival and basic functioning, such as food, shelter, or medical care. What I wrote down. A want is a desire or preference. I'm going to say that again. A want is a desire or preference that improves your quality of life, but is not strictly necessary for survival. And they're going to show you some core differences. You watching this. A need required for survival, health, and basic daily obligations. A want, a desire, but not essential for basic life. Flexibility, non-negotiable. They cannot be eliminated without compromising well-being. That's a need. Want, highly flexible, can be delayed, reduced, or eliminated. Time frame, the necessity for a need grows stronger. A want, the craving for a want typically weakens with time. Do we understand some of the basic characteristics and breakdown between a want and a need? For niggas gonna say, well, what's the difference between a want and a need, Dre, of my money? This is just chapter 1. To help you retire and live comfortably while you're heading to your retirement, family. Monday Madness. Multiple identity disorder. I'm out.